guys, hello, welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. So I've got a proper sore throat, okay. I think it's just maybe something I have picked up. I have the clean drop off 8 bottles of water a day, those kind of sizes. So I am drinking and I'm eating. I love my fruits. Every day I eat oranges and melon. Last night I thought I'd jazz it up a bit and throw in a bit of apple. Anyway, so it will pass, but okay, so I was absolutely disgusted yesterday when I saw about this Charlotte dress and George clothes as well. I mean, it's just what it appears to look, I see, is disgusting. So we're just going to have a quick look at this. I doubt when I say quick, it'll be quick. But anyway, and also thank you guys for all the new subscriptions. And thank you for watching. And I'll definitely be doing another Dare You to Ask. But don't put your questions in these videos. I will put on the heading, Dare to Ask is open. And that means when you go on the video, you can, you know, write down. Now, what do you think, guys? Let me know about this. Do you think I should topicize it? Is that a word? Basically, what I mean is if I say, right, any questions on the royals or any questions on politics, which can be not just England, Australia, everywhere. And yeah, and then other things like if you've got issues, you know, such as not seeing grandchildren or being estranged from your family, and stuff like that, you know, if you've not been feeling well or if you're under the weather. Now, these are private readings. It will just be a topic. So how to deal with something, not specific, okay? So you could put like, I've got a member of the family who's doing me head in, or, you know, he's a narcissist, because every day now, somebody's a narcissist, somebody's got a personality disorder, somebody's evil, somebody's this. So, you know, let me know in the comments today on this video of, you know, what topics you would be interested in, okay? Another one I've got is looking at past psychics, you know, passed over, like Nostradamus, and seeing about their predictions, if they're coming true. So there's lots of scope on this, okay? So do let me know. Okay then, so first of all, we're going to start with Meghan. But we're going to bring Harry in as well. So these clothing, shop my clothing, is this intentional to attack Catherine and her children? Absolutely, you know, they're threatening to take the titles away. Her 2 children are in danger of being left out of the line of succession. There's been a fair bit of discussion here about Meghan's pregnancy. I actually believe, you know, that it was somebody in the royal family with that pre-eclampsia thing. You know, she's just going all out. Is Meghan, you know, planning or enacting on you know, does she want to create a war with the royal family? Meghan can't get back in no matter what, and she knows this. But in a way, she's kidding herself as well to think that, you know, she's going to get away with this. But it's also, it's a lot more, okay? It's the moon reverse. So this tells me that, you know, is Meghan afraid that her children won't be accepted by the royal family? Yeah, she's very pissed off about this. Nobody wants to know her, you know. People say, oh, she didn't send any products to King Charles. Yeah, she did, and she wanted it to be talked about, but, you know, King Charles A wasn't in the country, and B, it wouldn't have got, it'd have got into the post and signed for, but that's all it did. It'll have gone straight in the bin. What happened to Meghan's products that she sent King Charles? Yeah, I see, you know, nobody's saying anything. This is a court here, not Harry. Nobody's saying anything. But it could even be, you know, that she wanted Harry. That it didn't get through the courtiers at all. It didn't. So it never reached its destination. At the end of the day, it could have been, you know, a BOMB. It could have been anything, you know, spycraft, whatever. Did Meghan want Harry to drop off some products in the UK to the royal family? No, because they are talking anyway, you know. No, I don't believe that. I think Harry would have said absolutely not. This courtier said, oh, thank you very much to the postman, and that was it. I'm not sure they have like a postman. I think it's like their own office, you know, that sorts things. Oh, here we go with that music again. Tell you what, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'll try and remember to denoise this one. Right, so was Harry part of this awful situation with George and Charlotte's clothing? I knew he wouldn't be. She's doing this on purpose. Look at that. No, she's angry, she's pissed off. It's, you know, I keep telling you, and this is what I'm seeing, is that she wants to wreck any chance of a reconciliation with Harry and William. Okay. Done out of spite as well. Her mental health is unravelling. People would say rightly so, but she's at this point, I feel she's capable of anything. Why is you know, is Meghan trying to get Harry hated even more by the royal family? Is she trying to, you know, make things worse so that they can't talk? She does, you know, her problem is that Harry wants to sit down and talk, whether it be to his father or even to William. And she's being childish because she can't get her own way. She wants to be part of those discussions. And Harry's not having any of it. And at this point, I have to say it's Harry because there is no open dialogue between Harry and the royal family. This is a woman that we know has a very, very vengeful streak and possibly, you know, bordering on the line of being evil. We know that's no surprise there. Sorry, just having a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I think she'll stop and start with this kind of behaviour, okay? I'm looking forward to seeing what William and Catherine are making of this. But first of all, I want to know, how does Harry feel about what she's done? Because it was all her, that's what I'm saying. It was all her, nothing to do with him. How does Prince Harry feel about Meghan doing this with his niece and nephew? Look at that. Oh my God. So that you can tell they're not together, okay? They're not working in sync at all. He is absolutely worried. He thinks it's cruel. It's causing anguish. He didn't sleep the other night. He's been tossing and turning. He doesn't know what to do. You know, he has lost complete control or influence with his wife. Why does Harry believe she's doing this? I want you to think back to August. I want you to go back to Invictus, and then I want you to see the rampage that she's been going on, because this is where it ended for them both, and where it's commenced for Meghan. Has he had a conversation with her about this? And if so, what on earth did he say? Yeah, he's gone absolutely balmy. He has gone balmy. He has told her in no uncertain terms. He's told her to stop. He said that she's obsessed, you know, especially her and Catherine, because it's going to be Catherine and William that feel this. And she hasn't broken the law either. It's clear to everybody, like it is all the time what she does and the stunt she pulls. Told you she was going to pull a stunt. He's not happy at all. He's not. I think he's accused her of being ill, you know. When I say ill, he hasn't said, oh, you're ill. He's said things like, you're off your head, you know. If you think you're going to get away with this. Well, obviously she is. Massive, massive, massive fight. Does Harry believe that Meghan is doing this to sabotage any future reconciliation with his dad and William? He's not with her. Okay, that's what it's saying, you know. So she's making out that they're together and trying to drag him into it. You know, he's like, he's worried that obviously it looks like he's been in on it. Okay, that's what he's worried about. That it and the situation as I'm just seeing it as that where I've just said. Is she trying to sabotage any future relationship with the King or William? It's saying I'm wrong. It's saying I'm wrong. The only way I could be wrong is if Harry has already been in touch with the King or William. Has Harry been in touch already with the King or William? She's definitely trying to sabotage him, okay? Um, this is what we picked up on the other day, where he feels that, you know, he's lost everything. He's absolutely lost everything. She just wants to keep putting their knife in as well. They are not together. So what you see and what you get are two different things. Was it Harry's idea to threaten the royal? No. So is it true that Harry has made threats to release a second book to blackmail and pressure the royal family? Yes. But I also feel he's come out and said something, or he will come out and say something as well. So I think on that he has. So it seems that he's out of it with Meghan and out of it with the royal family still. Harry feels, you know, that he made an effort to try and make a dialogue with both the King and William. Okay, how does Catherine feel about Meghan's latest attack? You know what? It's just clothes at the end of the day that she sees. She's not reading too much into it because she already knows where they stand with Meghan and what Meghan is like. So Catherine, she's focusing on herself and her family and continuing to do her duties as well. You know, she sees her charity work as more important than dragging Meghan. But I don't think William feels that way. Okay, so how does William feel about his Meghan's stunt with these clothes and his children? You know what? I think he was about to have a meeting with Harry. And he's changed his mind. He's changed his mind. He thought Harry was being sincere, yes or no? Did William feel that Harry's latest actions whilst in the UK was sincere? Yes. Well, now what does he think? That he was right. That he was right, you know. You can't go near Harry where Meghan is concerned. I'll say again, Meghan's done this on purpose to stop William and Harry having a conversation. Sorry, drinking loads of water. Yeah, that he was right. He also says that wherever Meghan is, there'll be carnage. How does the King feel about Meghan's latest stunt? They're ignoring her. They're ignoring her. Okay, so they do have information about Harry and Meghan and not being together. So he's not getting involved, you know, he's saving his energy. You can't win with this woman, he says. And to be fair, that's been his motto for the last 8 years. Does it infuriate Meghan that William or Catherine are not responding? She ain't bothered about that. It's Harry she wants to hurt. It's Harry. She wants to see him upset. She wants to hear him upset. She wants to push him more or less over the edge. Is Meghan trying to push Harry over the edge? It's because he's not coming back, okay? That's it. That is it. So everything she does now and in the near future is all about Harry and not being able to, control him or get him back. He's just having none of it. How does Harry feel about, we know how he feels about Meghan, but how does he feel about being separated from Meghan? I feel like he can breathe again. Yeah, look at that, you know. There's something going on with him and the royal family, so they're quite aware. Has Harry tried to apologise to William and Catherine over this? Well, I'd say no. I'd say no. I think, but I think Charles has told William that Meghan's taking revenge, okay? Has Charles told William that Meghan's taking revenge? Yeah, because they're not together. And it's no surprise that she's acting like this. Does King Charles expect... what does King Charles want Harry to do in this situation? Tell the bloody world. Tell the world that you're not together. Tell the world that you're not together. So I'm going to ask her again. Did Prince Harry threaten Charles with another book? I'm going to have to say yes. I'm going to have to say yes. So I'm going to say, but I'm getting healing as well. So I'm going to ask, does Harry intend to write a book to expose the royals? Well, it could involve his brother. So that's William, obviously, and is into, you know, it's all about the money. So he has got a 3-book deal. How would Harry's book affect the royals? I think this book would be about Diana and him growing up. I kind of feel like that, because there's some healing here, you know, despite him wanting this stardom, despite there being you know, a 3-book deal. I think it would be about his mum. All I keep getting is she wants to hurt Harry. So Meghan's kidding herself about a relationship and being involved. She's not able to communicate properly with Harry. Harry's not in the same place for long. She's trying to cause even more problems with the royal family, and that is, like, obviously the tradition this time is about, you know, not naming the clothes and stuff. Catherine and William do not do that. It would they don't match the children. She's absolutely on the warpath with Harry. The king wants her to he wants Harry to tell the world that it's over. They are not together. He's had a right go at her. He's sick with anxiety. Now, he is just, you know, this is what I said before, when you have 10 people and she knocks off 2 because she's bullied them, then it gets to 8, then it's 6, then it's 4, then it's 2, and then it's nobody apart from Harry. Okay. Did Meghan intentionally set up Orchard Riviera and, as ever, to make money because she's not with Harry, because she knows there's a divorce coming? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, she needs work. That's it. She needs work to pay. Does Meghan believe the surrogacy story will be confirmed by Harry or the royal family in the future? Especially when he moves. Especially when he moves. And she's going to be forced to move as well because, you know, you can't stay in that big house on your own. I'm getting family, 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 family. I think this is more of a case, not the surrogacy. I think it's a case of that she doesn't want Harry to be loved by his family once more. What can we expect else from Meghan regarding William and Catherine and their children? That she's left out in the cold, you know. It'll be exposed that she's left out in the cold and can't be part of anything. And information that's never been revealed, I'll say. Never been revealed. She's off her head. She really is. And it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse. What can Harry do to, you know, knock all this on the head? Nothing. Can't do anything. He's not currently in California, or he won't be. He's keeps flying over to the UK. That's why it keeps coming over. He's flying in a lot. Okay, so temperature check then on. How does Catherine feel towards William right now? She sees that he has no escape, that, you know, it's not him, but there's no escaping the fact that this is happening, that Meghan's going to get worse, that he's stuck with her, you know, they've got children together. That's the worst thing, is when you get Meghan and Harry together, you know, two people like them in a couple, and you have children. You can't just walk away, you know, you can't just tell her to shut up and blank her. You can't block her DMs. You can't not answer the phone to her, you know, in case it's an emergency about the children. I know, I hear it all the time. The children don't exist. But to me, they do. How does William feel about Harry and any possible, you know, sitting down with talks? It's what his mother wanted. I think, yeah, I just see Diana, and I don't see it in a negative life. So that's interesting, because I said I think, you know, there's some healing there about his mother. Will Harry write a book that is loving towards Charles and his brother? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, he's going to write about his mental health and what he's been through, what he's gone on. We're going to see that he's healing. I can't help but feel Did Harry actually say to somebody, you know, that he was going to write a book on all, you know, with darkness towards the royal family? Did he actually say, you know, he's going to blow the lid on the royal family? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'll just put it there in case you can't see. I think it'll be balanced, okay? I think it's about more of his mind and his body and stuff. And maybe that's why Meghan is hating upon Harry so much. How does Charles feel towards Harry at the moment? It's other people, you know, you've got the press, you've got Meghan. I see a moment of anger. And also as well, the King feels that, you know, we've been in this situation before with Meghan, so obviously not all is as it appears. I think he knows what. I think he's blaming Meghan more than he is Harry. Is King Charles blaming Meghan more than Harry? Yes. I keep getting the Queen was right. The Queen was right. Does Harry regret his marriage to Meghan, barring the fact that he's got two beautiful children? He's concerned for the safety, okay, so he's concerned for the safety. I think he's more sure about something now with Meghan than he ever has been. You know, that she's all about the money, all about money. You know, wearing Diana's pieces of jewellery as well. Let's see. How does Meghan feel about William? That she thinks, you know, things can get better. I don't actually. I don't believe that. I feel like she feels she can get better with on the back of William and his family. She gets the press coverage, you know. Good or bad, she loves this. I tell you what, no wonder Charles called her tungsten, because I couldn't go up with her for about 10 minutes. Others, I think she's going to do, you know, more things here, more things. How does Meghan feel about Catherine? Catherine has the goods on her. Catherine has the goods. So Meghan's made a big mistake here, you know, and now she fears being humiliated by Catherine. In fact, I think she often does in the past and still now, that everything she does is a mistake and everything Catherine does is perfect. They couldn't be more two different people, you know. Catherine comes from love, Meghan comes from spite. How does Meghan feel about King Charles? She thinks she can win him over, you know. She thinks she can win him over, but she also believes that he's on the way out. Again, how does Meghan feel about Harry? I know I've asked it, but I want something else. Give me something else, universe. He's going to have to pay. You know, he's going to have to pay. So obviously, in a divorce, she wants everything. She wants everything. Well, if Harry walked away from her with nothing, I think I would be impressed. Okay, what's next? What's the outcome of this for Meghan? Well, she's getting sued, isn't she? Somebody will be suing her to recover. Oh, did the designer, the shop who supplies the clothes that Meghan's advertising, did they have Meghan's permission? No. Did they give their permission to Meghan? I think no. I actually see no, because I've got a lot of authority here, and they need permission. So this shop where the clothes are, who supplies them, they have strict rules, you know, especially for the royal family, especially for Catherine, especially for the kids, you know. How do, you know, the suppliers of George's and Charlotte's clothes, how do they feel towards Meghan's latest stunt? This is bad, you know, this is bad. So, you know, where Meghan's made this mistake, they're not involved, okay? It's like, what do they do? Do they come out and say something? Do they come out and say something? Are they thinking of making a statement? I mean, there's strict rules here where you can't really talk about stuff, you know. They're in charge, they're the boss. Did Meghan, yes or no, universe, yes or no, what's in the card? Did Meghan seek their permission and blessing to put these clothes online? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so, you know, but it's a tough situation for this shop to be in. Are they going to take any action against Meghan regarding this? No, Harry's going to have to say something. Harry's going to have to say something. Will Meghan be exposed that she didn't have the shop's permission? There you go. There you go. Yeah, another divorce card. Don't think the shop can do much. It's a very unhealthy situation. You know, the shop's been dragged into, but I tell you now, they didn't have the permission at all. As far as I understand, you can go on these shops and do your own links in your shop without the permission of somebody else. Will the shop tell Meghan to take down their clothing range? That's more like it. That's more like it, because that way they don't have to come out with a statement. They don't have to, you know, get involved in a three-way situation that's obviously upsetting a lot of people. And I'm sure the shop actually do know that Catherine, you know, that they've made it clear to Catherine this isn't the problem here. So this is why you got the Five of Swords there reversed and the Five of Swords there. She's frightened about Catherine knowing something. Yeah, knowing that she didn't have the authority to put those clothes on her shop. So, final card, outcome from Meghan in all this. She's going to be told to take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Because clothing, I'm just getting intellectual property here. So that might be different to actually, you know, branding, where this company is not happy with what Meghan has been doing. So she's going to have to take them down. So maybe she can get away with appearing that Instagram is, you know, it's everything's only for a limited time. And other than that, I don't see that anything could be done. So it's Meghan versus Harry and the royals and the children. It's Meghan versus the shop. Meghan versus the press. She really doesn't care at all. And this is why the king, in wanting to get involved, Catherine and William are focusing on their duties as well. Okie dokie guys, so that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Okay, bye now. Bye bye.